So we've got something exciting to tell you guys. So I am working on King's Piece. So for those of you that don't know what King's Piece is, basically it's something that I helped build. Nothing too crazy. I was just a graphics designer for them, doing some of the journaling pages. So this is a self-improvement journal. I don't know how much I can talk about this, by the way, but we're just gonna say what we can and then might get told off later on. I don't know. But Bradley, one of the owners of King's Piece, said, would you be able to make a Queen's Piece logo? Well, actually I messaged him, but it doesn't matter. And I'm gonna look at trying to make a sketch for the Queen's Piece, which is like the woman's version of the journal. And I'm actually gonna try and create the logo. I didn't create this logo, someone else did. And honestly, every time I look at it, I'm like, yo, this is actually fire. It's so sleek that I wish I created it, to be honest with you. It's quite unique. It's not just like a normal King's Piece, a king piece on a chessboard. It's slightly unique, which is what I love. So I don't know if I'm too technical to be able to make the actual logo, but even if we just get like a rough sketch, probably like a rough sketch will probably still take me like a good couple of hours. So I'm gonna show you behind the scenes of that.
We can do better. We could be chasing dreams. We know what's right, and we know how it feels. Yeah, we can do better. We can make a change for real.
So I realized I actually didn't vlog much last week. So I'm actually sitting here editing it and gonna have to fill you in on like pretty much everything that happened last week. I realized that I don't want to do pressure washing at the minute. So I put it on pause. I was literally praying for the longest amount of time this week, just whether I should do it, what should I not, especially going after the decision that I had to make whether to do this sales thing, which was in last vlog. I basically nearly sold my soul for trying to make, you know, like 3,000 a day. But the way I see it is God's got a better plan, all right? Fast money is not it, all right? God has a plan for all of us. So I cut that off and then I was like, well, technically pressure washing is fast money. It's not like crazy amounts like the 3K days, but it's definitely more than a 9 to 5. So I've dropped that out for now. And I think it just made sense because everything just seemed to be falling into place to me to put jet washing on pause. God's plan will always reveal back, but the way I see it is jet washing is a means to an end. I started it without God, meaning I jumped in the decision. I was pressure washing my mum's patio on the weekend like 3 months ago and was like, you know what, I could do this for a job. I didn't have a 9 to 5 at that time. And I was like, cool, I need money, I'm gonna do this. But I actually didn't need money, right? Of course, we all want money, but I had a steady income. Not crazy amounts. It's now I've got a pay rise from the community that I work in. It's all good now. So we have enough to live on, even though it might be tight some days. It just is what it is, man. I gotta pray that God's working on a better plan for me. I want to focus on impact rather than money. I want to work on something that's going to change lives, which is this community that I'm building. Don't want to say too much, but that's all I'm going to say. There'll be more information next week because I'm going to be vlogging it and everything. So watch out for that. That's pretty much it. I don't think I have much else to say other than I'm going to show you some of the concepts that we got from the King's Piece logo that we was trying to do. I spent over like 10 hours doing it, and the sketch itself was meant to take 5 to 10 minutes before hopping on a call with Bradley to say, right, this is what I've come up with no inspiration from what you want, and then go from there sort of thing. He didn't like the one that I came up with. Again, it was just a rough sketch, but he had some other ideas in place, which is absolutely fine. No hard feelings, of course. And yeah, let's have a look at these. As someone that's not qualified in graphics design, I think they're pretty decent. And again, these are only rough sketches. So this is the original one, like the King's Piece. And then this is like my rough sketch. Tried a couple different thingies. And then these 3 ideas. Again, very rough. That dot isn't meant to be there, so just cut it out. But I think they're not too bad. The bulge definitely needs to go back in, like Bradley was saying. And yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna say too much else than that. Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I know it's a bit short and also probably a bit boring, so I do apologize. But I don't even know when I didn't record. I think I was just locked in so much that I was like, I didn't even press record. Because I don't know where to put the camera if I'm literally just in this room 24/7. But I'm just gonna be trying to show you more of the reality of the come up. You know, you see all these people documenting their business and everything, but they've already made it. What about someone that's not even made it, that's literally going through not tough times, but I just mean like living below their means and etc. I know obviously you see all this fancy stuff, but I just mean now that I don't have much income coming in, things are gonna have to be tight, and we're gonna have to mainly focus on what we really need to do this season, which I think is building this community. That's what I think God is trying to lead me to do, but who knows apart from God. So other than that, hope you enjoyed. God bless. Peace.